Okay, this is a case where we're looking at an impression. You were asking about the extraction sockets, okay? This is a patient with a recent extraction. It has been 1 month?
Almost 2 months.
2 months, and still the sockets are not resolved. Notice these sockets. It might have happened that he had a dry socket. Okay, the gingiva healed in the socket rather than closing it and finishing it up. Now, what do we do in these cases? I'm going to let you, even if it was 2 months extraction, it's still not, the bone level is not settled down, but still I'll make you do a denture. You're going to do a multiple relines as if it's a medial denture. Even like yesterday, if he extracted those teeth last week, for example, I will tell you, if the clot is stable, you can take impressions. You can proceed with a complete denture. But then the follow-up will be the immediate denture follow-up, not a regular denture follow-up. Okay? So it will be short follow-ups, multiple relines. After 1 year settles down, the bone settles down, I do a rebase. Okay, to remove all of the relining material because it's not hygienic and it's not the best material to contact with soft tissue. Now, so we're dealing with the sockets. What will happen there now? This is 2 months of socket healing. That means this is like more stable into the bone. They might fill up slowly, by the way, because the tissue usually doesn't leave sharp or cavities. It fills it up by overgrowth of the soft tissue sometimes. So you're going to proceed with the denture as a regular. Any base plates will not go into these. So you're going to reach the try-end and delivery with the denture going into these sockets. So what I'll tell you at that time, inside the denture on the fitting surface, we're going to remove these projections and then fit it in the patient's mouth. Okay? So this is how we deal with impressions that have open sockets in them. Okay? But generally, never take an impression for a patient that the clot is not stable. You have to reach the stage where it's fibrin, not even a blood clot. You have to reach. So it's either you do an immediate denture procedure where you take impressions with the teeth there, or you wait until you have a stable fibrin clot, not blood clot. It should be stable because, or if it's suppose that for any reason you're going to take an impression over a blood clot, fine, refresh the socket and produce new blood. Okay? So this is how we deal with the soft tissue because we don't want a dry socket developing here. Okay? So these are all options. So for this patient, 2 months of extraction. So the soft tissue grew into the sockets, but the sockets did not fill up, but it will fill eventually. So in the denture, we're going to simply remove from the fitting surface these projections. Because next week you're going to do the secondary impression. So they are also present in the secondary impression, okay? But at the delivery we can resolve them. So this is how we're dealing with sockets, with extractions. If we have not done the immediate denture procedure where we take in impressions before, we could take impressions if the clot is stable. For any reason I need to do an impression with the blood clot there, I refresh and produce new blood before I do it. Or preferably do it in the fibrin stage where the socket had filled up with fibrin. How do I recognize fibrin, by the way? It's whitish in color. Okay? So the color of it tells me that this is fibrin. Okay. Thank you very much.